So Gamescom 2025 is well underway, and today Xbox was taking the show floor with some interesting announcements. Of course, one of the big things that everyone was looking forward to, at least from a skeptical perspective, was the full unveiling of the ROG Xbox Ally. And this is available to play on the show floor and get your little influencer pictures with the ROG Ally if you are at Gamescom. But I was more interested in kind of how Xbox was going to position this and sell this to the average consumer. I've looked at this device as something that doesn't really solve any sort of problems because of the fact that everything that you can do on this device, you could do on a ROG Ally that already exists. Now, granted, the operating system that is on the Xbox Ally is different than the one that is on the ROG, but you'll be able to download that onto your ROG, thus making it pretty much a comparable thing to what this device is. So there's a video up. We're going to take a look at it together, and I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts about it. Let's put the headphones on and take a little listen ski here, and I'll put the volume up so you can hear.
The vision around Xbox has really transformed over the years of people playing on multiple.
And see, that's kind of one of the main things here, and I'm going to be stopping the video quite a bit to comment on things. But like the hand grips, like that's new. It's not bad. You have the Xbox button up here. You have the Xbox colored buttons here. Okay, so, that's kind of neat. It kind of differentiates itself at least a little bit from the device that we have right now.
Anywhere.
We know what players want. They want to game on their own terms.
This was a #1 request from our fans.
This was the #1 request from our fans. So Xbox fans, and I am an Xbox fan. Granted, I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I'm not a fanboy for any platform. But as an Xbox fan, this was not my #1 request. This might have been number like 730 on a list of 731 things. Like I said, cloud gaming and Xbox have been kind of doing a lot of different things. You could play Xbox on your PC. You could play it on your mobile device. You could play certain Xbox stuff on your current ROG Ally or your Steam Deck. This isn't something like new or anything like that. It's just, Xbox branded so that you make a little bit of money on the system sales of this. And obviously there are some tweaks that are being done to this, but I don't know. I think that's a gross overstatement.
Working in close partnership with ASUS on a brand new handheld called the Xbox Ally.
And like I said before, I like the texture on it here. I like the hand grips and stuff like that. Obviously, you can buy, things to attach to your Xbox in order to, or your current ROG Ally in order to make it more like this. You're not getting that Xbox button though, pal.
And the Xbox Ally X.
The black looks nice.
On the go basically changes everything.
And of course, they're going to show you games here.
It feels like we're finally hitting an inflection point now where I'm able to take the game that I'm playing on my beefy home PC gaming rig and take it with me on a portable device.
Big question.
Right, like we've been doing with things like the Steam Deck and the current ROG Ally.
A lot of players have is how are PC games going to play on a handheld form factor? The games are largely going to play.
Like they're talking to you. Like this kind of bothers me. They're talking to you and treating you like you're an idiot, and you don't know that ROG handhelds already exist, and the MSI Claw and the Lenovo Legion Go and the Steam Deck. How are PC games going to work on a dedicated handheld? I don't know. Haven't we been playing PC games on these handheld devices for like a couple of years now?
Play like they do on PC.
The Xbox Ally targets 720p, while the Xbox...
So this is the baseline ROG targeting 720p, a 7-inch IPS screen. Here's the information on the memory, 16 gigs, 512 of storage. Here's the Ally X that targets 1080p with 24 gigs of memory and 1 terabyte of storage, a beefier battery as well.
30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, but certain games have the potential to hit up to 120 frames per second.
So targeting 30 to 60 frames per second, and then, of course, some games will do 120 frames per second, probably your Hollow Knights and your stuff like that, your 2D games and whatnot. So, I mean, once again, like that's fine. That's technically impressive, but It's already being done on devices.
As frame rates rise and fall, variable refresh rate, or VRR, will deliver a consistent and fluid visual experience. Players can further fine-tune a variety of device settings in the command center, from optimizing.
So this command center that changes things, this is not unique to this device. This is available on the current ROGs, and I use a ROG quite frequently for emulation, like PS3 and Xbox 360 emulation, and other systems, of course. But I made that sound like I'm talking about the Switch. I'm not talking about the Switch. But this is available, and you can already fine tune stuff. You have different modes, you know, how you want the system to run. I think the operating mode is going to be kind of different because you'll be able to change it to like the Xbox interface as opposed to the Windows interface. But this is already available.
To remapping buttons.
The Asus Armory Crate has 3 distinctive settings that are really great. There's the silent mode for these dark gaming sessions.
And he's talking about the Armory Crate, which is available on the current Asus ROG systems.
You will have, there is a performance mode, so your battery life is optimized. And then of course, for the top performance factor, you would use turbo mode.
When we talk about optimizing for handheld, it's less about stripping games down and more about ensuring playing the game on a handheld is as easy and effortless as possible. Games that run at 30 frames per second or above will get a should perform well on this device tag.
So they're basically taking what the Steam Deck has, which this is actually a good idea. They're taking what the Steam Deck has as far as the compatibility aspect, and letting you know like how a game performs before you play it. That's cool.
Games that hit 60 frames per second or above will carry a should perform great on this device tag. Games that haven't been tested yet will have a performance check not available yet label. As more games are tested, updated, and optimized for handheld, these labels.
I definitely thought that this. So I'm looking at this lovely lady here, and then it goes to these really hairy arms, and I was like, "Is this the same chick?"
This is about giving players a device with no obstacles to fun. So one example is making sure that it's going to work seamlessly with a controller. Are all menus and prompts working as intended? And are those UI elements properly sized for the smaller screen? Another example of an essential compatibility feature is having a gamepad keyboard.
And this is nice. You know, this is showing the interface here that you'll have. I think that looks very nice, very clean.
If a game passes all these checks, they're considered handheld optimized and will be labeled as such. On the Xbox home screen, you'll find a new handheld optimized channel that will curate these titles for players.
And once again, this is nice. I like this. But like I said before, this is going to be available on all the ROG systems that are currently on the marketplace. You'll be able to download this for free. So just buy a used one of those for cheaper.
We test on the alley all the time as we
Roblox. I think you guys should be in hiding right now. Y'all got a bunch of shit going on. I would not be.
That means more immersion, better graphics.
They should have cut this segment out.
Animation. You get to play games the way they were built.
If you play Doom: The Dark Ages on the PC or the console, you expect an ultra-responsive, fast action FPS experience.
On your Xbox Ally, Doom: The Dark Ages will be every bit as fast and responsive as you'd expect.
So, I mean, that's cool. And then here's the shared library stuff.
Is that there are so many places to get your games.
We think about having this unified game library and how it's
So,
bringing your entire game collection together.
Any recently downloaded and played games?
Like, all of this, once again, is available on the standard ROG systems that are out there right now.
Other PC game stores from Battle.net, the Epic Game Store, Ubisoft, Steam, GOG, or EA. The Xbox app automatically finds them and will show them in your game library. And right on the Xbox home screen, under most recently played.
My most recently used game should be something that sticks with me everywhere I go, creating a unified user experience.
You're going to see games
Oh,
played
Phil.
on Xbox. If it's a PC native game, you're going to be able to play it right there. If it's a console-only game, you're going to be able to stream it from the cloud.
And there you go. So a console-only Xbox game, you'll be able to stream that from the cloud onto your ROG Xbox Ally ROG terribly named system, which is what we understood this to be. But once again, this is going to be available on the standard systems that are currently on the market.
And you want to stream direct from your console that you've got upstairs, you're going to be able to do it.
I'm able to continue to experience the worlds and characters that I love anywhere that I want to play.
This is going to be awesome.
Now we literally have a device that could go with you everywhere.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad piece of technology. I just think it's unnecessary. I find this to be very unnecessary. And the fact that, you know, they're doing a lot of promotion for this kind of like makes me wonder, like, what's the end goal here? Because you obviously have a strong feeling about play our games anywhere. And obviously this kind of furthers that. But even stripping away everything, the handheld PC market is a very, very niche marketplace. We do know that the Steam Deck, which is the most popular, which is the cheapest price point to enter into with these devices, they've only sold like 4 million in 3 years. Like, what are the expectations for this device in terms of sales? And I know what you guys are asking yourself, and you're wondering, well, what the hell is the price of this thing? So according to Best Buy, it's going to be $550 for the standard. The Ally X is going to be $900. The case is $69.99. 100-watt charging dock is $99.99. But you can see here that allegedly they need more time to figure out the macroeconomic impact to pricing. And it comes out on October 16th. So I don't know, man. Let me go ahead and save this picture because I'll probably use it for a thumbnail. It's kind of crusty, but I'll upscale it. I don't know about this. Like, I think it's not anything I want to go out and buy. I don't have a reason to because I already own several ROG systems. You know, if I got sent one of these, would I check it out? Sure. But I also feel like it's one of those things where it's like, I think, and this might sound messed up, but I think if like the Xbox UI system was only available on this system, on the Xbox branded one, and the standard ROGs didn't get it, then maybe there is a bit more incentive. But since the other ROG systems that have already come out get this interface, I don't think an Xbox button and a little handle grip is going to be enough to make me want to spend potentially $900+ for this device. But maybe there is a marketplace for it. I think I've been very fair about this. I haven't been overly negative. I've been trying to see the perspective of Xbox. And I do think, you know, being able to play PC games on the go is cool. But I've been doing it. I have a Steam Deck. I have the ROGs. Like, I've played Spider-Man on my Steam Deck when I was waiting for my car to get serviced one time. So I've kind of already experienced this feeling of playing PC games on the go. And, you know, with things like battery life and the high cost to get into these handhelds, I'm not quite sure that this is going to hit a large marketplace. But let me know what you think of this system in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.